Hey church, welcome to day 23 of our countdown to Christmas. Just 2 days left till Christmas. Now, here's the big question. Do you have all the gifts ready? Are they perfectly wrapped under the tree? If not, thank you to Amazon Prime. You can still get there in time, right? Well, today I want to read a passage to you about 3 gifts that showed up just in time. It's out of Matthew chapter 2, verses 9 through 11. It says, "After listening to the king, they went on their way. And behold, the star that they had seen when it rose went before them until it came to rest over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced exceedingly with great joy. And going into the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Then, opening their treasures, they offered him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh." The Bible really doesn't go into any additional explanation about these gifts and why these gifts were chosen. It just doesn't unpack that with any more details. However, the Christian church has had about 2,000 years to chew on this, and according to church tradition, these gifts actually have significant meaning and why they were chosen. Let's take a look at what those gifts mean. One is gold. Gold represents royalty and that Jesus is the King of Kings, He's the Lord of Lords. Frankincense was a fragrance offering that was often used in the temple, and it represents holiness and that Jesus would be the high priest. And then the third gift, it's kind of a strange one, it's myrrh. And myrrh was a spice that's used in embalming. And so myrrh actually symbolizes suffering. And so this is a foreshadowing that one day Jesus, baby Jesus, would grow up to be the suffering servant. Now, here's the thing that I want us to really consider, is that God is always at work in our life, and that God is able to orchestrate things in a way that only God can. As we read this part of the Christmas story, that these wise men, these magi from the east, they came bearing gifts. The first thing we need to understand is that these were pseudo-religious men. These weren't Israelites. These weren't God's people. These were simply people who were familiar with the prophecies. They were likely astrologists who were watching the stars. And that night, the stars aligned. And it was a sign for them to go, that God compelled them to go to a place and to be prepared to meet someone who the world had been waiting to meet. And so they showed up at just the right time, and they came bearing gifts. Now, certainly these men didn't know what gifts to bring, but God prompted it in their heart exactly what to offer. So here we are, thousands of years later, and we're just 2 days away from Christmas. And hopefully you do have all your gifts figured out, all the packages under the tree, and you can just rest and relax. But there might be one person who maybe you haven't thought about giving a gift to. And it's the one that we're actually celebrating. It's the birth of Jesus. It's His birthday, and many of us don't prepare a gift for Him. Now, don't stress out. Don't start scrambling, right? Mindy, don't start crocheting something for Jesus right now. But simply consider, what is the perfect gift for Jesus? And I think the greatest gift that the Magi gave Jesus that day is that when they came into His presence, they worshiped Him. They offered Him worship and praise. And the greatest thing that you can give to Jesus this Christmas season is your heart. It's your time. It's your attention. So, we're just 2 days away, and there's plenty of time for that gift to be given to Jesus, and that's you. God bless. Merry Christmas.